I'm Gabby Lamb.
And I'm Harper-Rose Drummond.
And you're listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, dirtiest,
naughtiest, wildest secrets.
Enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with your hosts, Gabby Lamb.
And we actually already did an intro, but Harper-Rose Drummond. Okay.
I know, but I do it every time because I forget that we already have an intro.
Wait, we don't do it every time. Okay, so I just need to get something off my chest.
Please.
Did I just try and pee in Lee's bathroom? Yes. And then did Lee say, hey, you're actually not allowed to use the bathroom? Yeah. So that was kind of an odd restriction.
He did say that.
For me, yeah. It was
Lee doesn't like women using his bathroom.
Yeah, he said,
so weird.
Please keep the estrogen out of me, toilet.
This is the man Pat. I stand here and I jerk off, so no women in there, please.
I know. He goes, only come in my toilet, please.
But imagine this. Imagine Lee has this whole place to himself, and then the only place that he jerks off is in his own bathroom with the door shut.
Sitting down, jerking off into the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! I wasn't going to bleed in your potty, Lee.
You're not fucking bleeding anymore.
They shut the water off. They shut the water off.
Yeah, and you shut me off. I'll tell you that much.
They're doing construction.
I know what this moment calls for. Helicopter.
Oh!
It's just crazy. As soon as we sit down, I start getting winded. I start getting tired.
I think the excitement just takes over.
It's every night before we shoot this podcast. I'm like, all right, gotta get ready for tomorrow. Big day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get here and I'm always fucking exhausted.
Well, then it turns into fight night. But honestly,
it does turn into fight night.
It turns into Jack in the Box round 2. 100. But
let's recap our weeks really quickly. Did you have any fights this week?
No, but you and Eli had a fight in my room. My brother.
Well, it wasn't actually a fight. He was trying to we were playing the ankle game.
You guys kind of you guys playfully Jack in the Boxed each other in my room.
So we played the ankle game. And for those of you listening, the ankle game is when you try and grab somebody's ankles and you're both trying to avoid your ankles being grabbed. Fun game. Gets pretty, it's a good way to get real bashed up, real fucking.
It is such a fun game. Also,
it's a dangerous game.
Let's normalize adult wrestling.
Absolutely.
Adult play fighting.
Go to a park and play the ankle game. I'm telling you, so much fun.
Do it on a first date. I'm going to say that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because I'm so tired. Like, okay. If you have to go on one more fucking dinner date or like,
come on.
Do you want to go see a movie? No, I want to kill myself.
Yeah, because also dinner dates and shit feel like a fucking interview. Like, so you sit down and you're like, so tell me about what is your favorite color? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah. How many people are in your bloodline? I don't give a fuck.
Who the fuck asks how many people are in your bloodline?
Okay.
What kind of weird?
I don't know what dates y'all are going on, but people are always trying to ask how many people are in my bloodline.
How many people are in your bloodline? You mean like
in your family?
Like direct siblings or?
No, I mean in your entire bloodline. How many people were there? That's some real ancestry shit.
Well, guess what? I'm going to know how many people I have in my direct bloodline in a couple weeks when I have my 23andMe results back.
Yes.
Just got notified that my kit was received today.
What if we didn't say anything for the rest of the podcast?
No one gives a fuck but me. But guess what? When I get those results, I'm coming in here fucking hot with what I am.
That's nice.
You're going to be so jealous.
What do you think is going to be on it? Egyptian?
I honestly, I don't know. I think European, some fucking French, some fucking Scottish.
Squish?
Scottish.
Oh, Scottish. Okay.
Scottish.
Okay.
Some fucking Scottish. They have the worst accents.
No. Okay. I'm going to say something controversial.
Yeah.
I think the worst accents are actually British.
What you're trying to do right now is be cool. You're trying to be somebody who's
I'm not trying to be cool.
I actually don't think the Beatles are a good band. That's literally who you're trying to be.
That's not true.
You know the people that try to say things to be like the alter.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why don't you think British accents are good?
Because they always sound condescending.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes, they do.
In fact, you know what? This morning I was listening to NPR.
Okay.
I was listening.
This morning I was listening to NPR. Shut the fuck up.
They were talking about Boris fucking Johnson, and you're hearing all of these
Baby
like
Boris.
Big Boris, and they're talking
Thick Dick Boris.
Also, what a name.
Yeah.
Oh, my name is one Boris.
See what you just did right there? Nails on a chalkboard.
No, fine. No, and you're listening to all these British people having like a debate in the court, and they all sound really
it's
sweet.
giving Harry Potter. I'm done.
Oh, we don't like you, Boris Johnson. Yeah, we didn't think that was a good idea for you to go to dinner during the middle of COVID. You can't take it seriously. They sound too pure.
Well, I think that's still a valid reason to be annoyed.
I truly think that you're just doing this to be like
no, I think you're
cooler.
just trying to fight me because you have a little tummy ache or something. How about you drink your 6 latte coffee and fuck off?
Okay, you know what? I don't like when you drink caffeine because you get a little too big for your britches.
No, wait, what accent was that? Was that Australian
that was
or
English?
What accent is this?
Oh, this one's Scottish. All right. Anyway, I think it's going to be Scottish and probably some. I'm excited to see how much Middle Eastern we get. Turkish. Egyptian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Yeah.
Who's the one? Didn't we have a friend that did it and got like a bunch of like Neanderthal or something?
I feel like I've heard that.
Or was that Eli?
I know. Imagine.
Eli's
Have
my
you taken a
brother. I don't
23
fucking know
andme?
what's going on?
Have you done one?
No, I haven't.
I wonder what you'd be.
I don't know. A mess. A problem.
You're definitely all Euro.
I'm white.
Yeah, you're white.
I'm as white as they come.
I'm gonna say some German, and probably all German.
What I've been told.
Are you a Nazi sympathizer?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
You heard it here first. If
Oh.
this was Fox News, they would clip that and then just put that out there, and they'd be like, Lee.
I'm sending it to Fox.
Yeah. Lee is a Nazi sympathizer. You hear him admit it here.
You know, sometimes this podcast horrifies me because like we'll be talking about cute little accents, and then all of a sudden you guys take it down like a little path straight.
Oh, I'm sorry. We take it down.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay, Miss fucking Big Tits McGee over there.
Yeah, Miss Big Tits never says anything
Put those
wrong.
fucking chi-chis away.
No, I'm gonna leave them like this.
She's giving.
Here's the thing about me.
She's giving young Hillary Rodham Clinton. Lee's averting his eyes from her big fat nipply breasts.
Here's the thing. Don't ever steer away from my sweater yams. But here's the thing. I'm giving Hillary Clinton if she would have broken up with Bill when she got him cheating the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So baddie. Baddie.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. How old were you when you got tits?
Fuck. I was, I think like 17.
What?
I got them late. I got everything late. I like stuffed my bra in my freshman year of high school.
Bullshit. You didn't have tits in what?
No, I didn't have tits until maybe 16. But
I need the receipts. I need to see some fucking receipts.
I will literally pull up pictures.
Okay.
We can, we can put them up right here. Yeah, I will fucking,
put them up
I'll
right
fucking
here.
find them because I was fucking flat and I would stuff my bra, and every woman in my family has big fucking juicy milkers, and I was getting pissed.
So did mine, and I didn't fucking get them.
Honk.
Fuck.
Did you ever stuff your bra?
Oh, so bad. So bad.
Okay, what would you use to stuff?
Cotton balls.
Fuck.
And I would use cotton balls, and then I would wear 2 bras, and I would always do like big push-up bras, and then I would wear a sports bra over that to like smash them up.
That is so smart.
I would do that, and I remember like the second time I had sex, I wouldn't let the guy touch my tits, and I kept my shirt on the entire time.
Oh, honk.
Had to keep him guessing.
Honk, that's so pure because you're very mysterious.
Is that pure?
Sort of.
I was a 14-year-old.
Oh.
No, that was 15. I must have been 15 then.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
See, you had like a really good process though. Me, I was like a little bit more. I was like a little too confident with it. I'm like, I got this. So I would take bunched up toilet paper, sometimes paper towels if we were out.
Are you serious?
We usually were because my family was rowdy. And then I would put it in my bra, and I would just do one bra and then just a t-shirt. I was like, this is gonna work.
Paper towel. That's like so hard though. That's like hard and kind of
A lot of chafing.
Huh.
And then this guy, Ford Berry, I don't know if I should have said his name, but
That's not a real name. You made that up.
No, hand to God, his name was Ford Berry.
Lie.
Ford Berry, and he probably doesn't even remember me, but this kid used to
remember those
fuck
fucking
my
tits.
ass emotionally.
What would he do?
He would fucking taunt me. And one time he told like everyone in our class, I forget what class it was, but he told everyone in our class that I stuffed my bra. And I'm pretty sure he was just being a dick. But here's the thing.
You got a complex.
Oh, I got a complex and then I stopped stuffing. So I went from like, having fake juicies to just like nothing. Because I was like, fuck, he found me out.
Yeah, he did.
I retreated instantly.
Huh.
So you know what? Thank you, Ford Berry, for holding me accountable.
And you know what? Look at her now. She's got these big fat fucking
And
honkers.
now I'm not stuffing them now. Okay, I'm done. I can't be opening that up in a trench coat.
Yeah, okay. Honestly,
whoa.
it's giving sex predator.
I'm feeling honestly unhinged right now.
I got the other side of my neck tattooed this week. That's my news.
Yeah. Another rose?
Another rose.
And you love it?
Sure. It's there.
It's there forever. I love it.
It's there. It's big.
Do you not love it?
I do. I just saw it the other day, and since it's so big and like shaded, I'm like, oh, it just looks like a big like black softball from far away.
It'll fade.
We'll see. And
I
if it
think it's
doesn't,
cool.
oh well.
It's on there forever. Okay, wait. Are fading tattoos a thing? I don't know. I saw TikTok.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Are they a thing?
I don't know. Someone said that like, oh, you can get a tattoo and it'll only last a year. I guess if it's like fine line.
I've heard of that. Yeah, but it's like a special process now that they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which seems so fucking stupid.
I mean, that's good if you're in a relationship and you want to get someone's name and you just like want to test it out for like a year.
Mm-hmm. I say fucking.
You can make a relationship last a year.
I say commit to the bit.
Oh yeah, you do say that.
I say commit to the bit. Don't be a fucking bitch about it. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Okay.
Do it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Lean in.
Do you have anybody's name on you?
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
It's on the back of my arm. It's just a heart that says Amy.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Can you see it? Yeah.
Amy. Okay, cute.
Yeah, for Amy.
I love that.
Thanks, Honk.
You're welcome, Honk.
What's our subject today? Our subject is
lies that your parents have told you.
Mm-hmm. And lies that you tell your kids. And we surprisingly, I was not expecting to get so many emails, but we got a lot of emails. Guess there's a lot of fucking lying parents out there.
I think I'm just gonna call it lies parents tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Sure.
Okay, before we
make it snappy, Lee. Make it.
Lee, I love that you keep us in check.
Yeah, he does.
Because otherwise we spin out and you go, we're not doing that today.
Yeah, he does.
Period.
Yeah. Fucking. So do you guys have any lies before we get started?
Yeah, I have an embarrassing one.
Okay,
so
you've been sitting on that, Honk.
Oh, I have. Okay, so when I think I was like 10 or 11 years old, I had just moved to North Carolina, and my whole family's in the car. My mom has a phobia of freeways. We're on like a highways, whatever. And so my mom's sitting in the back seat with my brother. I'm sitting in the front seat, and we're going pretty fast. Driving late at night down a road. There's not many lights. There's like a bunch of trees going fast. Okay. And all of a sudden a coyote comes out and my dad just grips the wheel and just hits it. And we keep going. I know. Now, obviously I'm in the front seat.
No.
I start crying and like scream, it's just like a fucking disaster. My dad just like, gripping the wheel. And as I'm weeping, my dad, he goes, Harper-Rose, it's okay. It's okay. I know that's really sad. But coyotes know when to come out onto the road. It's because like they're really sick. And so their body just like kind of tells them that they need to come out onto the road.
Like a whale beaching itself.
Literally. That's how my dad, but my dad was so convincing. And like, I'm like 11 or something. And so my dad tells me this whole story. Anyways, cut to like a year ago. And my friend sees these coyotes out on the road. We're on a hike. And she's like, oh my God, that's so weird. I wonder why they're all out on the road. And I'm like, oh, they're probably all sick. And that's why they came out onto the road. And she goes, it's Bianca. And she goes, babe, I don't think that's
you didn't believe this. You did not believe this for that long.
Hand to God. Yeah. This is literally like, it was in 2020.
No.
That's what so it was like 2 years ago. It was in 2020. We're on a hike. We're hiking a lesion. And then she's like, I don't think that's true. And I'm like, yeah. And I double down. I'm like, yes, it is. My dad told me. And then and then I'm like visiting my family, like a little, like, I think like last year or something. And I'm like, hey dad, remember that thing you told me about coyotes, how they get sick and wander into the road? And he goes, oh yeah, I just made up that lie because you were crying so hard.
All these years. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I was
That's
like,
kind of a nice way to ease the child, I guess.
yeah. And I was like, wow, I can't. Then I was so disappointed in myself. I'm like, how the fuck did I really latch on to that
For that long.
for that long?
We've got a couple stories like that today where people like really latched on to lies
It's so
like
fucking-
well into their 30s, which is so funny.
What you got,
It's-
Gabby?
Fuck. I got a couple. You know, thinking about it, my mom was not the liar. In fact, it was my dad. All of the lies came from my dad. I remember
Yeah.
one of the first lies he told me was that I was watching a video of Blink-182, Tom DeLonge specifically, in Blink-182. And he was talking about like poontang. He kept saying poontang. He was like, I want some poontang. And I was like, what does that mean? So I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, what is poontang? And he was like, oh, it means orange juice. And I was like, that makes sense. Cause you know, there was tang at the time.
Mhm.
The tang juice. So then I thought it was just like cool word for orange juice. And I remember I went to school and I was specifically like in art class and I was telling like all the kids, I was like, oh, I got poontang. Like I got like I kept saying stuff about like how I had poontang because I thought it was like cool
Mhm.
to say that. And then all the guys are making fun of me and they're like, you know what that means, right? And I was like, yeah, it's orange juice. And they're like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, it is. My dad told me.
Yeah.
My dad told
My
me.
dad wouldn't lie to me.
Yeah, my dad wouldn't lie to his precious little girl. And then he also told me that McDonald's chickens all had 8 legs, and that's how they made chicken nuggets. And I remember telling that to some friends, and then it's like we were like talking about chickens, and I was like, oh well, no, McDonald's makes their chickens. They have like 8-legged chickens, and I remember my friends being like, no, and I was like, yeah, of course they do, and they're like.
Yeah, my dad told me.
Right, again, my dad told me, and I was so steadfast in like believing that because I was like, no, they for sure, like, of course they do. Like, you guys just haven't heard of this, you know, and you're just like so in it. You're like, yeah, of course. Like, you guys just don't know.
I think it's so funny that like, yeah, my dad would lie the most too.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I would always believe my dad way more than my mom. Like my mom was always the one telling the truth. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
no, you're full of shit, lady.
Yeah, my mom, my mom was too tired to lie. She was a busy woman.
Yeah.
My dad was just out there making up lies.
Well, our mothers are just like beaten down.
Yeah. They're fucking done. I remember there's the town next to the town I grew up in is called Carlsbad. And I remember my dad telling me that it was named Carlsbad because there was a kid whose name was Carl.
Oh.
And he was really bad. And that was why the town was named Carlsbad.
Carlsbad.
And the thing that he would do, I remember this specifically, the thing that Carl would do that made him really bad is that he would glue quarters on the bottom of glass tables, and so people would try to pick up the quarters.
Your dad is a creative genius.
So that's why he was bad, because he was always pulling pranks on people.
That's so dumb.
So
And
did you?
and that's the story of Carlsbad.
That's it's borderline brilliant.
Mhm.
I like to think that you didn't even ask. Your dad was just like, "Hey, Gabrielle, got a little story for you."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, honestly, you know, and then the other one where he would always lie about having weed, and I'd be like, "What?" I'd find weed in his car, and he'd be like, "It's catnip," and I was like, "Why do you carry around catnip?" But I didn't know. I was like, "Yeah, it's got to be true."
My dad made pot brownies when I was in high school, and I went to go eat one, and he was just like, nope, those are adult brownies. And I was like, what a fucking selfish pig. Who the fuck would make a delicious treat and not share it with a child? And now I'm like, oh, because it had drugs.
And then you ate all of them.
Yeah.
And turns out they were heroin brownies.
And they were heroin brownies, yeah.
Lee, question: can you put heroin in brownies?
Lee.
Could you crush up opioid pills?
Yeah, because you could put like oxy in.
Right?
Maybe.
Huh.
I don't know. What? I'm not a chemist.
Okay.
Well, but you are somebody who's dabbled in
And
And
heroin.
yeah, that's another lie. No.
Neither a chemist nor a chef.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna say something.
but
Write in if you know.
knows about drugs.
yes.
So
No.
I do drugs in the most efficient way, or when I did.
when you
When
did,
you
right?
did, when
In
you
the
did, because
most
you are
efficient.
'Cause
sober as sin.
we're not relapsing.
No, I went to 2 meetings on Monday.
Ah!
Catching up.
He took his cake because that's what happens when you are sober. You go to meetings and you take a cake for your birthday.
Cute.
I didn't take
Comfortable.
one.
I didn't like it. I know you didn't.
I know, I
You
didn't
were
go-
like bummed out about it.
I didn't go to a meeting. Yeah.
Go. You want to go?
Hunk.
I'm going on Mondays. You should come with me.
Really? Which one? the Beverly Hills one?
We'll talk about it after. But yeah,
Okay.
you should come with me on Monday. I'm gonna go on Mondays.
No, you know what? Let's tell the entire audience what AA meetings we're going to and who's there.
Where we'll be, what time.
Fuck you
who
guys.
the speaker is, who's in the meeting. You want the tea? We got it.
Come murder us.
Yeah.
I need to go to an in-person Al-Anon meeting because I can't with this Zoom meeting.
Yeah, Zoom meetings are kind of
It's really
up.
hard. Well, 'cause, like I need a sponsor, and it's really hard for me to like. I'm having a really hard time like connecting over
It's
Zoom.
really hard, yeah.
And then like like when the meeting's over, like sometimes like the person that like I don't know, maybe I'm like latching onto the wrong person, but I'll be like, oh, like I kind of want to hit them up, and then like they'll leave, or like I should send a message, but then I'm kind of shy, and then I'm like,
you have to send the message during the meeting.
Well,
yeah.
I'm afraid I'm gonna send the message to like the whole chat.
I get that, but you won't. You just have to click on their name.
Fuck. Okay.
Also, kind of take it as a sign, because I have often kind of gone after the wrong people.
Yeah.
Like people who like are working. I was really attracted to this guy who was a speaker at a meeting, and he like worked this like really militant program. And then after the meeting, I was just talking to this other guy who has time and went to the same place, and I was like, oh, we should probably just work together because we're like
More
here and having
similar.
a good time and like a
Mhm.
friend, instead of like chasing the hot girl, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, chasing the hot girl. We know.
Well, it wasn't a girl. It was a metaphor.
Well, there was someone that really resembled my mom, and then I noticed myself being really like.
Lee gave me the fucking dirtiest look. I said,
Well,
and
no,
then,
Lee does
and,
that.
and then he went like this. He didn't say anything. He just went.
And that was an emotional period that you just gave.
Yeah, it really
Gabby.
was. He went.
He said, "You're not gonna let me send it in a text. I'll send it with my fucking eyes."
Yeah. So should we start?
Yeah.
It's funny. We still have fucking dude. We still
Don't say paranormal.
We do. We still have like so
No.
many paranormal stories, and I'm like, come on, we gotta demons and ghosts exist. Let's move
Like
on.
every single time we try and do a new
Another
prompt.
paranormal comes up. Maybe we'll throw some in. I don't know. Who cares?
We can save them for Patreon too.
We'll save them for Patreon. So we'll start off this episode of lying parents. Lies our parents told us. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I really hope I did get some feedback on our last episode that I fucking sucked at reading. So I really hope my reading is on par today, on point. We'll see. Okay.
No. Don't.
My mother is a pathological liar. She will lie about the simplest things for no reason other than just to do it. I must also add that she sucks at it. I have many stories like the time she told my teacher I had cancer as an excuse for why I didn't do my homework. I did not have cancer, and I called her out in front of the teacher. Or the many times she would somehow get the same friend to loan her their VCR just to pawn it. She is a gambling addict. That one happened multiple times to the same friend, and Sublime's pawn shop will forever remind me of that. I want to circle back to that. But I will tell the story of the lost dog. She used to watch my son while I worked, and one day as I was driving my son there, Mom calls me to tell me they got a dog. Random, but cool. So we get to her house, and the dog is sitting on my dad's lap, shaking. He's a Chihuahua with balls intact. Chihuahuas are always shaking. I asked my stepdad where they got him. He says to ask my mother. He won't lie for her. So I did. She claimed she adopted him. I ask from where. And she pretends to not hear me. I look and see the dog has a collar and tag that does not look brand new. Sure enough, it's someone else's dog. So I go nuts yelling, Mom, that's someone's dog. Where did you get him? She then admits she found him. I told her she had to call the number on that tag and get that dog home ASAP. Turns out the number on the tag was for a veterinary clinic. I leave for work telling her to make it right or I will. So she calls the number and the vet figures out the dog's name right away. My mom asks my mom for her phone number so they can notify the dog's owners. What does my mom do? She gives them the wrong phone number. She gave the clinic a phone number, one number off. It took 2 weeks before they figured it out and got through to her. These whole 2 weeks, she's playing like the owners still haven't called. They probably don't want him. Then finally fessed up once she returned the dog. Anywho, the owners got their dog back, and I let my mom know that she's a terrible person.
Okay.
What do we think, team?
Is there a medication that she could take that would, I don't even know.
Lobotomy?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my fucking God.
So I want to circle back to the
cancer
The
thing.
cancer shit's wild.
Was she trying to save the I wonder if she was like trying to help the kid like get out of I don't know, like, because why was she talking to the teacher? Was it for maybe like a parent teacher conference or
did the teacher get upset and was like, why haven't you done your homework?
She's like, cancer, sweetie. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe, what a fucking terrible, weird lie.
I feel like that amount of lying takes a certain level of confidence I'm happy I don't have.
That is, I have cancer and I called her out in front of the teacher. And also, like, what?
And that's fucking chaos.
Like, what did you do? You're like, Mom, I don't have cancer.
Like,
and then the teacher is like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Like, what did the mom react with? Like,
what do you do as the teacher? I feel like you would just have to be numb. Like, I mean, you're still failing, or like, I don't know.
Or just excuse it and be like, I don't find you pass.
Yeah.
Also, I love that this detail of she somehow got the same friend to loan her their VCR. Okay, so first of all,
that friend's
she's getting this same friend to loan her VCR. So this poor friend is like going out and buying new VCRs all the time. And then the mom is like, hey, could I borrow that again? And they're like, well, what's another VCR?
Yeah. Well, but I also feel like liars like that, they always have someone in their rotation.
Interesting.
That is like their like
like a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. That is wild. That's a wild fucking. What compels you to be that also like much of a liar? It must be a mental illness. It has to be a mental illness.
Yeah.
The dog thing is wild.
When children lie a lot, it's because of like a trauma or something. But like when adults lie a lot, I mean, maybe from a trauma, but it's also like, honey, you got to get that fixed.
Right.
So it's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I remember one time I was in a Girl Scout troop, and this was like the second grade, and I told one of the Girl Scout mothers, one of the troop leaders, that my mom was. Did I tell this on the podcast that I told her that my mom was pregnant when my mom wasn't pregnant?
Yeah, I think that's so fucking funny.
And then I was with my mom, and Beth, the woman, went up to my mom and she's like, Pam, congratulations. My mom was like, on what? And she was like, I heard you're pregnant. And she was like, no, I'm fucking not. And I remember just being like mortified.
And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, how embarrassing. Like, it's so embarrassing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Gabby, Harper, and Lee. Hey, Queen. Huge fan here. My parents raised me in a very sheltered environment with no radio.
Oh.
TV, and there wasn't a TV in my house for 8 years or so. No plastic toys, no public school, no vaccines. I think you get the point. My parents weren't weirdly religious or poor. My mother just was mentally ill and completely out of touch with any sort of reality when I was a kid. And my father literally did whatever my mother wanted without question.
Okay.
It's giving Gigi Allen. This is what his parents did to him. His dad did to him. Okay.
Jesus.
I know. We had a TV when I was really little, and I have fragmented memories of watching Sesame Street on it at 3 to 4 years old. When I was 5, my dad was building us another house to move into, and during our stay in our rental, our TV disappeared one day. I was upset because I really enjoyed the TV, and when I asked my mother where it went, she told me it was struck by lightning through the window and we had to get rid of it. She stuck to this lie for probably 10 years, till I was in my late teens. And foolishly, I believed it because when you're sheltered from everything and only rely on one person for information, you don't question it. Very North Korea. This was one of many situations where I finally came to realize that my mother was manipulative, controlling, and completely full of shit. I have no issues at all from that. JK, that's another lie.
Uh-oh. Runs in the family, sweetie.
Uh-oh. I had kids. Oh, God, you won't like this.
I know, I felt bad.
I had kids young, probably due to total rebellion against my insane mother. I was completely codependent with toxic significant others because controlling, manipulative love was all I ever knew.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm. However, I told myself I would never raise my kids the way my mother raised me. I do not lie to my children beyond reason, such as a few white lies here and there, like the idea of the tooth fairy and Santa, etc., when they were really little. However, about a year ago, I used to work a job where I had to stay overnight in my own personal bunk room. Sometimes I would get bored and horny.
Nice.
all alone in my room and often masturbated.
This took a turn.
Yeah, it really did. My husband and I sometimes don't see each other for a few days due to work schedules. And so we decided to take that time to have some FaceTime sex. I would hide my magic wand in my backpack to play with at work. One day I was unpacking at home and took the wand out of my bag to quickly put away, right as my youngest daughter, 10 at the time, walked by my room. I pretended like nothing was happening, and so did she at the moment. Later on, she told her older sister, and came at me for it. Mom, why did you have your vibrator at work with you? I was like, oh, that thing? That's just a muscle massager, for my tight muscles. Of course, I asked both of them how they knew about vibrators to begin with, and they both said, Mom, the internet, duh. Fair enough. Well,
right on.
That story.
Wait, that was the end?
That was the end.
Okay.
That was the end. I like how it started off like really fucking like dark and like mentally ill, and then just ended up with her like lying to her kids about masturbating.
Well, Gab, I'm going to correct you. It still did end mentally ill, but
that was that took some fucking turn. Like
that really did. There were some twists.
She got us like really enthralled with a story about her insane mother.
Yeah, no, and then all of a sudden it's like, and then my 10-year-old was learning how mommy comes, and you're like, oh, okay,
wait, what?
And then when she said magic wand, I'm broken, and so then I'm thinking like I
a Harry Potter wand.
I'm like imagining like a Harry Potter wand that she bewitches her clit with. Okay, no, but
yeah,
sorry, but
stop, not bewitches her clit.
No,
with.
bewitches her clit.
Did you guys ever find sex toys in your parents' room?
No. My parents, I know for a fact, were not fucking whatsoever. I know this for a fact because my mom talks about it.
Yeah. My dad was teaching me how to drive one day, and we were listening to The Cure. We're having like a nice moment. I'm pulling back onto our street. We had been driving all around. My dad's staring out off the window, out of the window, pulling up to our house, and he goes, yeah, your mom and I used to hop like bunnies.
No, he fucking didn't.
Not so much anymore, though. All right, so yeah, just be careful when you're taking the turn. And I'm like, why the fuck would you tell me that?
No, he did not tell you that.
Gabby, why do you think I'm fucking broken? Because he literally said to me, yeah, and not even looking at me, just off the window, out of the window, just, yeah, your mom and I used to hop like bunnies. Not so much anymore, though.
Hop like bunnies?
I like hop like bunnies.
Hop like bunnies.
Did you ever find sex toys?
Yeah, I found one of those like stereotypical, like just like purple, like cylinder ones.
Dildo or vibe?
It was a vibe, but it was like one of those like.
Where did you find it?
In my
What's the
parents' room
link?
when I was looking for drugs.
Yeah, what's the link? Yeah. How old were you?
Like 15.
You were looking for drugs in their room?
Yeah, like 15, 16. I was looking, well, even younger than that, like 13, I would look for like porn, or I would just look through my parents' shit.
Yeah, because they got all the good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or I would steal cigarettes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like one of those like stereotypical, like just like purple, dealies.
The idea of parents having sex toys is so bizarre. When do parents have sex?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's like such a common joke. People are like, yo, you have kids, you're not fucking. But it's like, well, surely like some people have to, right?
I think a lot of people must.
Yeah.
Right?
They're always pumping out more kids.
Yeah, when are they doing it though? Well,
if you have a kid, write in and tell us when you're having sex with your partner.
Give us your schedule.
Yeah, let us know if you have kids, if you have a bunch of kids.
Wait, schedule. I think that's what it is. I think you have to like pick it, kind of like what we were
at
talking.
Night. You have to like do it at night.
like okay, Wednesday nights, 11 p.m.
when the kid is napping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What if
we
you
were
have
talking
multiple
about that
kids,
on
though?
Patreon.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you have kids, if you have little kids or kids in general, let us know when you're fucking.
I don't know.
I would like to know. Okay, are we on?
Yeah.
Okay, gorgeous. Hey, ladies. Please.
Hey.
Okay, super happy y'all are doing the pod together now. So, my mom has been with my stepdad since I was 2. So, about 21 years now. He's been unemployed for the past 6-ish years. He told her so much that he was applying for jobs but couldn't get hired anywhere because of his background. He claims that when he went to prison before he met my mom, it was for running drugs, guns, and tobacco across state lines for his drug buddies. Super cool, bro. Well, my mom has thought this for 21 years. I moved out about 3.5 years ago, and when I did, I was able to talk to his mom and other family because they also don't like him. And his mom told me he really went to prison for breaking and entering to steal shit out of people's fucking houses. My mom has no fucking idea that the reason he can't get a fucking job is because he's got theft charges, and Texas doesn't play with the charges when it comes to hiring people. He's lied about so much other petty shit, including telling my mom that he hadn't sexually assaulted me. But yeah, he's a piece of shit. So many fucked up stories about him to share at other times. Thank y'all for getting me through my days during work. Love y'all.
Okay, love you. Fuck.
God, I know that it's... I'm like, what the fuck else did this guy do? You left us hanging, girl.
I mean, she kind of told us one of the worst things you could ever do to someone.
Sure did.
And a bunch of other stuff. Girl, fuck him.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ. That is a pretty big lie.
That's a pretty big lie. Lied to your mom about sexually assaulting?
What the fuck?
That's so fucking dark. And I can't imagine, trigger warning, I just can't imagine, like, this happens all the time in families with step-parents or even blood parents.
And relatives, yeah.
Yeah, that kids are just getting fucking molested here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
It's really bizarre to me when the parent that's not doing the molesting knows about it, and it's just like...
Right,
like,
because
fuck?
Because the parents also,
I think that parent also deserves jail time because
well,
you're complicit.
You're complicit, and it's like even if you don't know, you know.
Yeah,
you know, like you
fuck off. You do fucking know.
It just must be also so fucking difficult for somebody to stomach to realize like their partner is like molesting your child.
Especially if it's like if it's like someone that you brought into the fucking home.
I can't imagine like the complex feelings. Yeah.
You'd have to go to a lot of counseling.
That's probably when it happens more often.
Absolutely.
Too.
With step parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Quick thing. Speaking of child molesting, I was watching a preview for this new show that's coming out on TLC called like I Am Shauna Rae. Fuck. So this bitch is like 23 years old, but she stopped growing when she was like 8. And so she's not like a little person. She looks like an actual 8-year-old and sounds like an 8-year-old. Like she looks like a little girl, but she's 23 years old. Mm-hmm. And there's like nothing, you know, she was talking about like when I date, like I get pretty weird creeps that are into me. And it's like, that's such a weird... And she's going out to bars and stuff, and they're like, you can't drink. And she's like, I'm 23. But she sounds like a little girl, too. And she's like going to tattoo shops and shit. And they're like, you what?
Well, yeah, because she's probably trying to like seem old.
Yeah, she's like smoking and stuff. But it's really wild.
That's fucking bizarre.
It's so bizarre. No.
Yeah, because then like anyone she dates, people are gonna be like, so it's like when like you know you're dating someone and it's like if a guy's dating a girl with like huge tits, it's like all right, we know what Jeff's into,
right,
big milk or something. It's like you know then you start dating like the 8-year-old lookalike, then it's like we know we gotta keep Jeff away from those elementary students,
right?
Like,
so it's it will be so hard to date looking like that. It's like you would have to find somebody who had like the same kind of condition, I guess, as you.
That's why the internet's great because there's like all those little chat rooms, like furries find each other.
Yeah, but in chat rooms, it's like predators finding children.
Well, then she would do well there.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing.
I know. No, I don't know. That's fucked up.
I know. How do you date when you're like that?
Yeah, because then it's like, let's say you like.
Can we pull that up?
What?
Are you able to do that on here? I Am Shauna Rae.
Let's see, Shauna.
Yeah. I want to give a little peek of this.
A little peek.
I think the first episode came out last night.
I want to watch this.
It's wild.
This is an interview, I think, on like Access or something.
Okay, we don't have to watch the whole thing.
Are you ready to become a big reality TV star? Your world is about to change, Shauna.
I know.
Tell everybody a little bit about your backstory.
I was born with a malignant glioma in my head. It was discovered at 6 months, and after battling it and having surgery and battling chemo, I had an issue with my pituitary gland, which caused me to not grow.
At 3'10", Shauna says most people in public think she's lying about her age.
I want to get a tattoo.
How old are you?
What are some of the challenges you face?
If I walk into any adult area, the stares are instant, and then someone's gonna ask for my ID. Day-to-day things like I can't drive, I can't touch the ground when I sit, I have to climb things to get things. It is really hard to find clothes. I usually just go to random stores and look for anything that doesn't have childish looking like things on it. My relationship status is single. I'm short, leave me alone.
Your sisters, I heard, set up a dating profile for you. How's that going?
Online dating is such a complicated process when you're different, especially when you're short and you look like a child. People are gonna think it's like a catfish situation, or you could get your account reported. It's a little complicated because I'm such a face-to-face person and I need to see how the person's reaction is and how they're reacting in public and everything. Hi, I'm Shauna.
Hi, Shauna. I thought that I was being punked or something at first.
Shauna, what do you want people to take away from
Okay,
watching?
good, right? Wow.
I
Fuck off.
honestly just want people to take away that no matter what you look like, we should be treated with respect because everyone has a story.
Okay.
Wild,
okay,
right?
Girl.
Wow.
Yes.
I know!
Yes, but that is such a fucking, that is a mind fuck.
It's a mind fuck.
Okay, yeah. Seeing it is okay. So yeah, she really does look and talk like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
She's like twerking on a pole, smoking weed, and just like yes, I know she is well
Throwing
above age,
axes.
but I'm just like, no, get that child out of there.
Right?
How could you fucking?
How do you date?
See,
I know, it's
I
really
don't know.
complicated.
I don't
Lee,
know.
As a man,
Okay, yeah, Lee.
would you be able to date her?
I was thinking about it when
Yeah.
I was watching it. I mean, I don't. It's so weird, right?
3
Right.
feet tall.
She looks. She's a child. She looks
Okay,
like an actual child.
Remember when we were prank calling over the summer? That's the voice I was doing. So I was going, "Hi, I'm here."
She seems to want to get after it. Though.
She does. You can. Yeah, she's out there getting fucked up. Of course she is. She's 22.
Because look, she's 22 and she wants to be an adult, like she, because she is an adult, but
Yeah.
like she just is trapped in this like itty bitty baby body.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you supposed to fucking do?
Oh my
Could
God.
you? So like, could you?
You know what? She
date
should
her?
smoke
I
a bunch of
mean,
cigarettes to make her
Don't-
voice deeper.
You're gonna put me on the spot like this. I
Yeah,
probably
Lee.
could. I probably could.
But you'd have. But that's
You
like
wanna
you
know
could
what,
get
Lee?
past it, like once you start to know her and you're like, okay, this is an actual woman.
Well, Gabby, here's the thing. I think a lot
I
of men
like
could.
people. I like people. I think a lot of men could. I really think a
No,
lot.
oh,
of
of
that's
men
course,
could.
a lot of men could.
Yeah, a lot of men could.
but are they men that are
I'm-
like?
I can't leave this in. I
Oh,
can't.
oh,
Yeah,
Lee,
you can. Yeah,
oh,
you can.
Be
It's
I want
brave.
to
interesting.
lie about this.
Be brave. No, this.
Well, you're not saying that you like children, but
you're just saying you like children
It
that are of
feels
legal
like-
age.
It feels like I'm saying I like children.
I
You
know.
are in
In
a
a sense.
roundabout way. You don't like children, but if you could have your cake and
but
eat
no,
it
but
too.
it's a very complicated thing because she is.
She's
I don't know.
legal. It's honestly, it's a predator's dream. It's like,
Yeah, it is. Like right off the bat, would you see her and be like, "Fuck yeah."
No.
okay, be honest.
Okay,
if
see, but that's great.
if
Okay,
she was
well, then
like,
that.
she was like, "Hey, I'm 22," would you be like,
Yeah. If she was like, I'm 20, if I saw ID
Yeah.
and like went to the tattoo and like got a doctor's note.
"Got a doctor's note"? Yeah,
And she,
we
you
got
know,
the
she's
birth
in college,
certificate.
she's
we got a
fucking-
written okay
yeah.
from a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, her dad was present.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So like with that, all of that being said, it's like, yeah, because like also she's a normal, like she's
Because it is a disability.
It's a
So
disability.
it's like, but it's just it's so wild.
because then I'm like, well, could I date a guy who was our age but stunted at 8? Like, no.
Okay, cancel me, but I couldn't do it. Yeah.
No, yeah.
See, I'm the canceled one here.
No, you
but
definitely
also,
are.
But also could an 8 But would you get
But men
also
love-
I wonder if she gets her period. I wonder if she has like a regular thing.
Okay, we got to get Shauna on
Yeah,
this.
we got to get Shauna Rae on
We
here.
got to get fucking Shauna Rae on here.
Yeah.
We should look into that.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway, yeah, check out if you guys.
Also, does she still live with her parents?
She does.
We need her
She-
dating stories for sure.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do. God, can you
yeah.
imagine if we could get her on here?
That'd
Maybe
be
one day
great.
we will. That'd
And
be
then
great.
that
We should
guy
try
was
to
saying-
Zoom with her or something.
Yeah.
That guy was saying that he felt like punked. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she shows up to the date. For those of you who aren't watching, she shows up to a date, and there's this guy sitting there like, huh? She walks in looking like a
He
fucking
was like
8-year-old.
a beefcake too.
Yeah,
was
he's
like
a big old
handsome
guy.
guy.
I'm Shauna. And he's like, hey.
Does she have like a tiny
No.
baby pussy? Like
Okay,
what?
Gabby, don't be disgusting.
Well, it's a real question.
Well, it just depends on if she's getting fucked raw or not.
Okay. Oh, and you tell me don't be disgusting. Gabby, don't be disgusting. It depends on if she's getting fucked raw or not.
Does she like anal?
Yeah. It depends on if she's getting that fucking pussy turned out. Jesus. I'm asking a real question.
And so was I, Gabrielle. And so was I.
Anyway, watch I Am Shauna Rae coming out on TLC. This is not an endorsement.
Not sponsored, but we do love Shauna Rae.
We should all start watching it and then talk about it each podcast and then turn this podcast into I Am Shauna Rae fan.
But don't you feel like you got catcalled more in your like early teens
Absolutely.
than you do as like a grown-ass
Nobody
woman?
catcalls me anymore.
No.
No, yeah, they're like, we don't want your fucking old ass.
Yeah, they're like, no.
You're 30, bye, bitch. Bye, you old fucking hag. I also look kind of gnarly, like all my tattoos and stuff, so nobody really catcalls me anymore.
I just keep looking like Hillary Clinton.
I bet you get catcalled a good amount.
Don't lie.
Oh, yeah, don't fucking lie.
No. Well, according to Gabby and my brother, I look like, quote unquote, Uncle Ed.
No, that was according to me. I made that up.
Okay, well, I thought you and Eli did.
No, I did.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll give you credit.
Said, yeah, because I was like, okay, you look like fucking Uncle Ed. And you're like, who the fuck is Uncle Ed?
Yeah, because you were trying to say Uncle Fester, and then you were thinking of Big Ed, and so then it turned into Uncle Ed, and that was fucking haunting.
And Eli was like, who the fuck is Uncle Ed?
Yeah, who the fuck is Uncle Ed? I guess I'm fucking Uncle Ed.
I have something in my fucking eye. It's making me insane and nuts and crazy.
You want to take a break?
Do you want to go get it out?
Okay, next one.
Okay.
Mother's secret profession. My parents divorced when I was 4 years old. Their relationship was extremely turbulent as my father was an alcoholic. My earliest memories are traumatic because of this. From then on, our mother raised my 2 sisters and I on her own. We were poor and struggled with bills constantly. My mother eventually went to school to become a medical assistant, so we eventually got to a place in life that was better than being close to being homeless. We lived modestly, and I didn't think too much of it. Fast forward to my teenage years. It's very clear to my sisters and I that our mother is very mentally ill. The house is full of conflict. My mother begins cheating on her longtime boyfriend, and even makes us tell him she's at the store or some other lie whenever she's with her side piece, who is a married man. She messes around with this married man for 7 years. She would cheat on him with other guys, etc. I got the feeling that my mom was a liar about many things. Who the fuck is calling me? It's my mom. Hey, girl. One night I came home to my sister telling me she really needed to talk to me. It turns out my mom was getting drunk with my auntie, and my auntie blurted out to my sister that my mom's boobs are fake. We had no idea. That secret didn't really bother me, but the reason why she had fake boobs did. My auntie then revealed to my sister that my mom was a stripper for 10 years. Not only that, but she met my father in the strip club she danced at. He was the manager. My mom told us for years that she was a cocktail waitress and my dad was a manager at the place she served drinks. My mom danced until my parents divorced until I was 4, and it was why we struggled so much. Hard to put on a resume that you were a stripper for a decade and can't get a job that can support 3 kids on your own. My mother also told us that throughout our childhood that our father didn't really want much to do with us. This was the other big lie in my life. It turns out that behind the scenes, my dad was paying child support and fighting for more custody, but my mother told us the opposite. When I began to connect with my father as an adult, my mother had a few massive and relationship-ending freakouts. She knew we'd find out how much she kept from our father and us. As a mother myself, I can't imagine watching my kids cry themselves to sleep countless nights and tell them that their dad hates their kids more than he loves his kids, when she knew he was fighting to see us more. You can probably gather that my mom was a narcissist, and because of many horrible traumatic events and endless lies, I cut her out of my life. I'm now building a new life with my father in it. He's 27 years sober and has helped me tremendously in my own recovery. 5 years sober on January 9th. Hell yeah. I love your guys' podcast. I don't feel like there's enough interesting, funny content run by sober people. I really appreciate you all. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, your story, that comment is really cool. Your story is rather traumatic.
Yeah, your story is haunting, but...
Wow. Oh, man. I don't know. That would really fuck you up. All of these stories are like kind of interestingly the same in a way, you know?
I don't know.
What do you no? What do you like by being like a hurt child?
Yeah,
or?
they're like really like these like big traumatic lies with like it seems like narcissistic weird parents, and it like I don't know the way it just like people end up being very traumatized from these early events in their lives from like lying parents.
Yeah, they're not really like harmless lies. They're like,
yeah,
you lied about touching me. You're like, oh.
I think we were gonna get.
I thought,
okay, Lee, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, okay, Lee. I thought my mom said that candy makes your teeth turn into fleas. Like that's what I thought. My dad said if you eat an ice cream cone before bed, you're gonna turn into an elf.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be tame little pussy shit, but
Who do you think listens to this show?
Yeah, that's right. People with piss kinks and shit fetishes. So.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we do
and
love you.
We do fucking love you.
We fucking need you.
No matter
we
how much
you.
I shit talk you, I do love you.
Yeah, we love you. You're the most interesting people. I really respect our fan base because I think that they are really interesting and very vulnerable and honest people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know
really
what?
love that.
We do roast them and like they keep coming back but it's like roasting with love.
Yeah, well that's roasting. That's all roasting is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are fucking great and we really appreciate your stories and being able to get so vulnerable and real with us. That was a gnarly story. I mean, it's just crazy too, because you know that she's just like summing up like some big traumatic events into like what she can into a paragraph.
Right.
When like, can you imagine the lies over the span of her life?
Oh, I bet that it goes so yeah, she's just giving us like the cliff notes, the highlight reel of the
highlight
trauma.
reel, right.
Yeah.
Damn.
So my mom lied to me about my father and where
Really?
and where he was and what was going on with that. Like he was never around and she pushed him out, but she for years just told me that he was in a hospital when he was like in and out of jail, in and out of rehab, like, and she pushed him away and started seeing other guys according to him that I found out later. But yeah, so he.
Do you feel like she did that to like for your safety?
To protect you, yeah.
100%.
Sometimes I feel like
it wasn't malicious.
Right. Yeah,
that's what I was trying to get at. Because I obviously feel like, you know, I mean, lying to like
that was malicious where he was making an effort.
And he's trying to provide child support and wanting to see. And then she's yeah, I personally don't think it's bad that she lied about her career.
I agree. I was gonna say the stripper part is understandable.
But I also think too, like for like the resume thing, you know, I don't know. Maybe I've lived in LA for so long. I don't think. I feel like, you know, we're so modern now. Like, who the fuck gives a shit if you were a fucking stripper? Like, you're fucking like making your fucking money. You can make good ass money doing that too.
Hell yeah,
make great fucking money doing that.
Fuck yeah, strippers make so much money.
It was different, even just like 10 years ago.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's fucking bullshit. And it's like, what are you supposed to fucking do? If I could do the splits, you bet I would do that.
I wish
you were
I could
embodying your inner stripper when she was reading it.
Yeah, there she is, Miss fucking Tits.
Who
McGee.
wants to pay to see that? No one. Got it? Okay.
A lot of people would.
Oh, no.
A lot of people. And I found that out from our fucking
that's
fan
just
base.
for my little honky.
Okay, we have a next one.
Okay.
We have a next one. Okay, so I don't know exactly where to start because I recently realized at my big age of 25 that my parents have been gaslighting me my whole life. Ha 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 ha.
That's okay. Pause. That's usually the age I feel like that you start realizing everything.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
Like in your like very early 20s, you're like, okay, my parents are just people. Okay, okay. And then 25 is kind of like when all the secrets come out. I feel like that's when the parents are like, all right, we're done pretend. Fuck you.
And you start like doing the unpacking of like, oh, this is the burden
like,
of life.
This is where my rage comes from.
Right.
Mom, no.
I guess the biggest lie they ever told me was when I was 5 years old. My mom lied to me and said my dad went to a private school, but in reality, he just got locked up and was in prison for 5 years. Also, they still, to this day, lie about the reason he went to prison, but little do they know that I know, LOL. So yeah, it was pretty weird finding out that my dad was in prison for first-degree murder. Anyway, love the show. Keep it up.
He was in jail for first-degree murder.
Okay,
Anyways,
we need more tea.
Hunky, donkey. Yeah.
More
Who
tea.
was it? How did he do it?
That's so gnarly.
No.
First-degree murder is a wild thing to be in prison for.
And it makes sense why the lie was he was in whatever.
Private school.
Private school. Yeah, private school.
Private school, yeah.
He was having a redemption arc.
Yeah. Also, he was only in prison for 5 years after first-degree murder.
Was he white? No, okay.
Yeah, honestly, was he white? Because that's some white guy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
Definitely.
You think he was white?
Okay, so your
Right.
white dad got off.
So your white dad got off. Let us know if he's white.
Yeah,
and,
let us know if he's white. Let us know if he's all right.
I put money on it. I put $20 on white.
$20.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's giving rich.
Hmm.
And
I
that's
wonder
okay.
I wonder how he murdered him. I wonder if he's a violent guy.
You
Well,
should
here's the
only
other thing.
murder if you're rich enough to get away with it.
Yeah, it's true.
Sage advice.
Here's the thing,
from
though.
Lidl.
Like, it depends also on like, do you guys think murdering is that bad?
So you're a sociopath, and you do scare me to an extent.
If you found out your dad murdered somebody, would that change your view on him?
It depends. Here's my thing, Gab. Why are you murdering?
That's
because,
what I
like,
mean.
oh, I saw you talking to another girl. It's like, okay, easy.
Yeah.
But are you murdering someone who molested your daughter? Good.
Yeah, right. Murder.
I'm pretty sure my dad did. And
Your dad what?
So my father was in organized crime, and I'm pretty sure he murdered.
Oh God, I thought you meant he
Or-
molested.
Oh no,
Jesus.
Christ.
Fuck. Okay.
No, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure. he did.
really?
Yeah.
Organized crime.
Yeah.
Was he like in the mafia or some shit?
I guess Irish in Boston.
Fuck off.
Ooh. And you don't have any contact with him now, right?
He's dead.
He's dead. Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died last year.
Have we talked about this before?
I know, I was just trying to remember that.
No, I think I'm.
Oh, how did he die?
I mean,
How did you feel about
he
that?
had emphysema. I didn't really know him.
Yeah.
It hurt when I found out, but I didn't
Mhm.
really know him.
Wow.
So I hope my mom doesn't listen, and I'm talking way too much, but
No, you're fine.
I know we're already an hour in.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Okay.
But so when my mom called to tell me that he died, and we were never in contact, I ended up getting in touch with him when I was about 25
Oh, see?
and going and
Ah.
seeing him, and then kind of deciding that there wasn't a lot to gain from building a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And so I didn't, and I was in my own, negative spiral at the time. And so I just didn't have the time or the mental
Wherewithal.
capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so what my mom called me to tell me that he had passed, and she started getting really emotional.
Yeah.
And so I had to support her emotions at that moment
Wild.
instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
And so it was like, it was just like getting the news in a weird way. Like,
Yeah.
where it was like, oh, I wasn't able to.
Process it the way that you.
Yeah. The child had to become the parent in that
Y-
situation.
And then I
Right.
called my friend and I was like,
Fuck.
hey, what are you doing? Can we hang out? And he's like, well, I'm kind of busy. I'm like, and then I broke down.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, come over.
Yeah,
He's like,
shit.
He's
yeah.
like, oh man, that sucks. No, I'm still playing.
He's
Yeah,
like, I'm
I'm like,
masturbating.
really
so
I'm playing World of
over
Warcraft.
the toilet. So.
All right, we've got one more short one. We'll wrap it up after this. All right, here we go. Well, this may seem like a benign lie, but it has really fucked me up.
Oh.
The lie my mom told me growing up was that you can't taste food in the car. I never questioned it. It made perfect sense my whole life. Sometimes I have eaten in the car if I was starving, but it was survival tactic. What are you in the fucking tundra? All right. But in my head, I was like, yeah, I can't really taste it because I'm in the car. Duh. Makes sense. Then last week, I'm 30 now, my friend told me she got clips that go into your vents in your car and you could put fast food sauces in them for easy dipping. And I was like, that's the stupidest thing. You can't even taste food in the car. Why would you need an accessory to eat in the car? When she...
Okay, so for those of you who aren't watching, Lee is throwing up and hissing and pissing
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
literally throwing up.
So funny.
When she looked at me cross-eyed, I realized my parents had lied to me my whole life.
Oh.
They said you can't taste food in the car so their shit-kicking kids wouldn't smash crumbs into their sick-ass Camry seats.
Oh. God damn it.
Wait, that's so fucking funny.
That is so fucking funny.
Also,
you can't taste it in the car.
And the fact that she would eat in the car
Why
and be
would
like,
you even do that? You
that
can't
is
taste,
so
like it's common
But that
knowledge.
she would eat in the car and still be like, huh, yeah, I can't really taste it. Like, that's the power of your brain.
Your brain is, the reality is what you make it. I
Yeah.
hope that you guys take that lesson away.
That is so fucking funny.
Her mom needs to get with my dad. Fuck, that is so fucking funny.
Oh my God. What a funny fucking lie. And the fact that you just found this out.
Oh
that you
my
never
God.
asked your friends.
Are you 25? That's
Do
what I
you
want to
eat and
know.
drive? I love to eat.
I eat and drive. I hate it, but I do it all the
Oh
time.
my god, I love it so much.
I
It's
fucking
God
hate
damn
it.
it. That
I
is
hate
so
it.
funny.
That's so funny. Also, have you like weren't you in the car with friends and they were like, can I eat in your car? Or like, did you ever see anybody eat it?
Yeah, and she was probably just like, yeah, if you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you fucking losers.
Oh my God.
That is so funny.
Or if like one of her friends goes, oh, I have COVID. So she's like, oh, so it's kind of like eating in the car.
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah,
got
that's
it.
what I was thinking at first. Like you just actually have COVID.
So
Oh
funny.
my God. That is so goddamn fucking funny.
Well, that's it. We have a couple more stories, but we got to wrap it up because we're trying to keep these episodes at like an hour. So
I
thank
love
you all.
today's episode.
Yeah,
That was
today was
great.
fun.
I love y'all stories.
Yeah, thank you guys so much again, always for submitting your stories to us. If you like our show,
Tell a friend, honey. Tell
Mhm.
someone who told you a horrendous lie. Subscribe, please. You know what? Actually, I just want to say shout out to Stuart and Marie Thomas, two amazing siblings from North Carolina that I befriended many years ago. And you guys recently both DM'd me a week apart saying that you guys have been spreading the word about the podcast. That's really fucking sweet. I love you guys. And yeah.
keep coming back. It works if you work it.
And our Patreon is $5 a month, and we go the fuck off on there.
Yeah. And for weird dudes, if you want to get a dream rated, it's $20.
Yeah.
Tell us about your dreams. We'll
We're
talk
not
about
doing
'em.
that shit for free anymore because that was wild.
Yeah.
But
Thank you guys. We love
okay,
you.
love
See
you guys.
next week.
Bye.